It's funny because as soon as I saw the plus mark on that test, it was like we were like pulling out Excel sheets. Like it's like we were prepared and had been researching and talking to friends because, for us, our pregnancy was relatively planned. And so we had the materials in the back burner, right? And so as soon as I saw a plus, I was like, press go. Like we're gonna execute the plan. And so, as a former consultant, I had literal Excel sheets from friends for getting married and as well as for baby in terms of like, hey, here's some things you might want to consider. And so in that way, pregnancy felt a lot more uh, expected, than what incurred after baby arrived, which was absolutely the opposite of that experience. But I would say I had a false sense of control in my pregnancy experience. Of course, not everything was expected, but you've got the What to Expect When You're Expecting book. It literally gives you like almost like a day by day, week by week outline. And so I found a lot of comfort in that. But also, as a coach and chatting with, my clients about change, I had to start exploring like what are the transformations that are going to come for me after this experience that I've never had before. So it's really actually quite hard to think about change when you don't have anything to really kind of connect that experience with. So a lot of the learning for me happens, again, once baby made its way into the world, which was a whole nother experience.
I love that you said you didn't have an Excel sheet for the after. Is it that you found that no one talked to you past that point? It was just kind of like, you need 547 diapers, size 0 to 3, and then you go up and then you go up and you go up, but no one talked to you about what you needed. Now, how was that transition for you when you, as a type A personality, you're like, holy crap, none of this is going back to the way I thought. It does not look like the magazines. What was that process like for you?
That's literally the most beautiful question because it was a total mess. Like I felt as soon as my son was born, I felt like life hit like fast forward like 5x. Like everything went really, really fast. And I felt like somebody played a joke on me. Like when I tell you I was reading all the books, I was going to all the class, I was doing all the things in pregnancy to prepare for what I thought would help me with this transition. And it didn't because, I heard friends say, oh, it's hard. Are you going to breastfeed? It's hard, right? Get your sleep now. That was basically the extent of the advice that I received. I heard, oh, the fourth trimester is hard, but no one went into detail to give me context, not only about what that experience would mean for me individually, which is huge, but also the context of how my relationships change. And as an organizational psychologist, I spend a lot of time thinking about the interpersonal, right, internal things, as well as the interpersonal, right? And when you add a new human to any family system, the relationship that you have to yourself changes, especially as a mom. Dads have a different experience, but also your relationship to your partner, your relationship to your in-laws. I was like, why didn't nobody tell me this